The people in Nauvoo itself, and in Carthage, because Carthage is in our mission too. It's like a transfer to go back and forth. But there's a lot of people who are still pretty bitter out there. There's a lot that are more accepting, but there's quite a few that still have hard feelings. A couple people would come up to me and be like, your great-grandpa stole my great-grandpa's cow. And you're like, I don't think so, but maybe. I mean, you could be right. But then there are a lot of people too who have overcome that, who had ancestors who were there in Nauvoo during the time that the saints were. And there's a lot of family stories that were passed down of awful things, you know, that the Mormons did. But they somehow, them as the person that they are, have like found a way to come to peace with that. And I think that that's amazing, because their family tradition is that we aren't good people. But they personally have come to the knowledge that they don't think we're that bad, that we're normal people. There was actually one girl there who grew up in Nauvoo and had a lot of that influence in her life. Her mom didn't like LDS people at all. But she, through experience with us, she loved performing, so she'd come to all the shows, ended up being able to be baptized even through all that persecution and through everyone telling her that she was wrong and that we were crazy. But I think there's a whole new generation that's coming up that's just like really having an opportunity to overcome that stigma, and I think that's super cool. But as far as the guests go, who are people that we usually deal with the most, a lot of them have sacrificed a ton to come there. It's out of the way for most people, and it's like you gotta fly into St. Louis or Chicago or somewhere far away and drive, and then you gotta go around, you know, it's not on the beaten path. And so there's a lot of people who made a huge sacrifice to be there. And then the missionaries have made a huge sacrifice. The performers have made a huge sacrifice. The people who work there obviously make huge sacrifice. And so the spirit is extremely strong. Most people astonish me. They're like, we wanted to have a good experience in Nauvoo, so we studied church history. We studied people who were here, and they reach out and they are able to feel the spirit through that. And I think that's huge. There's a third group of people, I feel like, that make Nauvoo who they are. And it might sound a little bit weird, but I honestly believe that the saints that lived in Nauvoo are still there in spirit, because I think that the most personal things to you in this life, the things you care about the most, are the things that you care about in the next life. And I know for a fact, because I've experienced it, that these people come and they testify along with missionaries. And they care about the salvation of the people who come to Nauvoo just as much as they ever would have. And they preach the gospel like nothing before. I feel like that they feel like it's just as important as we do. And they'll come and they'll testify. Lucy Mack Smith, she's a fireball. She just connects with people like nobody's business. There's people who come in and you know that they were there to fill her spirit. Wilford Woodruff, we call him Wilfie. He's so amazing. Like, you can just feel the strongness of his spirit. These people, Willard Richards, Joseph Smith, everyone just, I swear, testifies to these people as they come in the visitor center, as they come into their homes where they walked, where they interacted with people. They testify because they love the gospel. And of course they're going to spend their time. It's so important that we gain testimonies, or that we re-solidify our testimonies, that they'll testify to just as much as any missionary there too.